Well, we just got down to Horsepower Ranch, start of our pre-run for this year's Baja 500, and we're gonna walk you through these two fresh pre-runner builds. We've had them for a little bit now, but been slowly kind of doing some upgrades, dialing them in. So we're gonna show you kind of the two-seater, the four-seater, and what we got on them.
I say check out my two-seater. Well, coming around to the back here, starting with the CageWorks spare tire rack, spare tire, key feature for pre-run just in case I get a little too western. And get a hold of a tire back here, spare tire rack pops up, all my tools, necessities, belts, got an extra gallon and a half of gas, locks back in, ZRP radius rod holder, blew out my radius rod holes last run and fixed me right up with that. So gonna run BF Goodrich tires, Walker Evans forged wheels, upgraded stock shocks from Walker Evans, CageWorks doors, CageWorks cage, Sparco seats, rigid light bar, mirrors for driving on the highways down here, stock suspension, and the CageWorks bumper, and that's about it.
So we built our two cars basically the same, so we have interchangeable parts, and keeping them somewhat simple, somewhat light, but effective for doing the job down here. I have some extra rigid lights on the bumper. I'm going to be doing some driving in the night, so I added a little bit more light to be able to drive at night. We're going to pre-run at night so that we can get more familiar with the courses at night. Like Ronnie touched on, mirrors are super important down here just because we drive on the highway so much, connecting sections. On the interior, I don't have it installed yet, but we have this RAM mount that actually holds the iPad, so while we're down here, Co-Dog's taking notes the whole time that we use on race day. Also, we have the course integrated into our ride command, so the whole time we're driving we can see the course on ours while the Co-Dog's making notes on here. Another key thing that we have is our rugged radios. Not only can we talk to each other, we could reach out to the chase truck, say, hey, this is where we're at if we happen to have a problem, if we want to talk to each other.
Sammy, you have to listen to my call, Sammy. Turn, throttle! You are wrecking the car! Shut up. Don't tell me how to drive.
If we want to say, hey, someone's coming, head on, blah, blah. Those are super important for safety down here in Baja. Is that a cow?
I think it's a donkey.
Yeah, donkey. So the four-seater, there's positives and negatives of both. Obviously, I have a much bigger car for your hustling through some of the fun stuff, but the effectiveness is hard to beat. I can actually take another guy. Right now, I have it set up just to haul my cooler around, which is also important down here in Mexico. It's going to be a hot one at this year's 500, I think. So I run the third seat and take the fourth seat out where we have a jack mounted over there and actually a spare parts box. So I'm able to bring additional tools, additional parts, some food, snacks, stuff like that. So pretty cool lock and ride box that Polaris makes that we just hop right into the fourth seat. When you get home, pops right out, seat folds right back up. Another benefit to this four-seater is I have the ultimate version with the Rockford speakers here in the back. So cruising down the highway, we could be listening to tunes. Once we get on the trail, we have the rugged in-ear music playing while we communicate to each other. But yeah, once you come around the back, basically all the same stuff as Ronnie's. The CageWorks tire mount and CageWorks cage safety, and just in case you run out of talent out there, it's always nice to have a spare. Rarely need it on these BFG tires, but yeah, I think that's basically a wrap on these pre-runners. And like I said, they're fairly simple but super effective for doing the job down here in pre-running in Mexico.